Kashmiris on the Pakistani side of the disputed region are protesting. Many say the Indian government's communications blockade has separated them from family in Indian-administered Kashmir. New Delhi revoked its autonomy last year, effectively annexing parts of the territory.
We want to convey the message to the international community that we will continue to stand in solidarity against the violence, the rape and the arrests of Kashmiris until our land is free of occupation.
On the other side of the line of control, some in the Hindu minority in Jammu and Kashmir have been celebrating the anniversary.
August the 5th is the day when the wall of hatred, namely Article 370, that divided Kashmir from India, was brought down. Now, residents of Jammu and Kashmir are proudly calling themselves Indian citizens. Earlier also there were Indian citizens, but somewhere the sentiment of separatism was being fanned with slogans of self-rule, autonomy and freedom. That's over now.
In the year since India made that decision, it has imposed a lockdown, cut off all modes of communication, and its forces have arrested several political leaders and young men. Amnesty International says the entire population of Kashmir has been deprived of its right to freedom of expression and opinion through protracted communication restrictions. It's calling on the Indian government to immediately release all political leaders, journalists and activists from administrative detention, restore 4G mobile internet, decongest prisons and launch a prompt and independent investigation into the attacks on journalists. Indian officials say a curfew that's been imposed is essential to maintain security in the region. Kashmiris and human rights activists see it as a violation of India's international obligations. More than 800,000 Indian soldiers are stationed in the picturesque valley nestled in the Himalayas. There have been offers to mediate by the UN Secretary General and the US President, but the government of Narendra Modi has rejected third-party mediation on Kashmir. Pakistan insists the Kashmir conflict needs to be resolved under international supervision, according to UN Security Council resolutions.
I think Modi made a strategic blunder. The United Nations discussed the Kashmir issue thrice during the last year for the first time since 1965. It also published 2 reports on human rights abuses in occupied Kashmir.
Pakistanis observed a 1-minute silence, the military released a song, and local officials in Pakistan-administered Kashmir unveiled a replica of Srinagar's Red Square. But unless the two countries engage in meaningful discussion, Kashmiri families will continue to live on either side of the disputed border. Osama bin Javaid, Aljazeera.